Greetings, Soulfyah family. It's a pleasure to be with you today. Today, as we just come from celebrating Mother's Day here in the UK, I want to invite you to consider the role of the matriarch in our lives. My name is D-Empress. I'm the founder of the Soulfyah Sanctuary. This is a space where successful women in their 40s come to hone soulful success. Success which enables us to stand even bigger, even brighter in our authentic power as we stand with our soul fire lit. How do we do this? We ignite passion, we nurture our soul purpose, and we do this through embracing number one, our 40s as a rite of passage, as a space where we come to ourselves through passion and through purpose. We have rituals, everyday practices, such as taking time for yourself. Now, this is one of the things that matriarchs, these are grandmothers who ushered me along this path of the divine feminine work that we do in the Soulfyah Sanctuary. They shared with me many things, but today I want to share with you three key aspects of the feminine fire. And in honor of the matriarchs, I bring that to you today. I mentioned earlier nurturing. So, in nurturing ourselves, nurturing time in particular, the matriarch showed me that it was important to take time out every single day to nurture ourselves. For me, this works best in the morning. In the morning when I first wake up. And in fact, I have now begun a practice where the night before I actually set my intention for my morning rising. How do I want to rise? And I found that this very simple technique that they showed me, be it preparing perfume oils that you're going to just use all over your body as you come out of the shower before you go into the day. Be it the way in which you fold your clothes and prepare your clothes as a woman and scent them so that anytime that you walk past that unique scent that you have created, everybody knows that, that's the Empress passing. Watch out. Hey, it's intense. Yes, it gets as deep as that. And let me tell you, the matriarchs, those women that I sat with over 15 years ago, and I still sit with to this day. But when I first began this work, I realized that no matter which part of the African continent, which is where I was based, or anywhere else in the world where I sit with grandmothers, there's some core principles in what they offer. And this is what I'm here to share with you today. So firstly, nurturing. Nurture time for yourself, be it a mindfulness practice. That's something you're going to hear a lot about these days. Meditation, yoga, going for a walk, something that is vivifying, something that allows you to have still time, allows you to connect with yourself. Very important. Secondly, they also invited me to consider, to contemplate, and to remember that the feminine body, the divine feminine, which actually sits in men and in women, is a crucible of creation. Yes, if you look at the feminine form, our role as mothers, carrying children, bringing forth children to life, that is one role that we play, and it's an ever important role. It's a sacred role. It's an absolute privilege to be able to do that. But even if we're not talking about bearing children, one, there are children everywhere for us to mother. But two, in looking at ourselves as a crucible of creation, there's something that you can hone, that you can nurture, that you can come back to on a regular basis. This is the feminine soul fire that we talk about. It takes art, it takes skill, dedication, focus, and I think really profoundly devotion. It requires a love for self. And even if you think, oh, okay, I'm not sure what love for self means, just start doing something you love, something you enjoy, but look at it as a practice. Engage with it, prepare for it, and when you're in it, do it to just go to the depths of it. Really enjoy it, savor it, honor it. What do you do with something that you believe is precious? Whether it's your cooking, whether you're doing, I don't know, some kind of art craft work. This is not necessarily about doing something arty. It could be something very simple. This morning I came in, we've had lots of celebrations in the house, and my mother was preparing and reshaping, I would say, all these bouquets of flowers that are scenting the house. That in itself is a beautiful practice. And I looked at her and I watched her as she so delicately took each stem, cut them down, so lovingly nurtured each one, arranged them in about 6 or 7 vases that we have here in the living area at home. That itself is a practice. Just walking outside, placing your feet on the grass, that's another way in which we can just connect to ourselves. Breath, another way in which you can do it. A third principle that they shared with me in this beautiful river is that of recognizing and honing a legacy. Thinking about our lineage, knowing that there are those that came before us. Those are matriarchs, ancestral matriarchs that stand, and we come in their wake. We come with the knowledge. There's some just inbred knowledge. You'll know that you just know how to do certain things. We look at our children, they just know how to do certain things. They ignite certain things with us. They trigger certain things with us. And as we move between our sisters, those in the same age group perhaps, or of the same generation, we look at our own mothers and we look at their mothers that came before them. The question is to look at this line, this heritage, and see what it is that is your invitation. What do you bring to this heritage? What is the legacy that you want to leave behind for yourself, for your immediate, closest family, and for those in the community that you serve? In the Soulfyah Sanctuary, we are all about service. We bring service to ourselves in order that we can go out and serve in our greatest, fullest, most authentic beauty, power, passion. So much to offer. So with that, I'll do a quick recap. The matriarchs teach us to nurture time, to nurture ourselves, nurture our bodies, make choices that are vivifying, enlivening, that make us feel full of joy, that make us feel purposeful. They also invited us to consider that we are crucibles of creation. Everything is possible. There's a world of possibilities, but also in that unique creation of who we are. When you take time to nurture yourself, you'll also begin to see that there's nobody quite like you. So in that is your offering, your unique self. And it takes a creative approach and insight to understand what that is. So that's number 2. And then number 3 is to consider your legacy. These things and more we will explore in more detail as we go on. There are programs in the Soulfyah Sanctuary. You go to soulfyahsanctuary.com. You can also join us on our Facebook group, which is Enchanted Living with D-Empress. I'm also on Instagram at D-Empress Evoke, and here on the YouTube channel, you can also find me, the Soulfyah YouTube channel, Soulfyah with D-Empress in the Sanctuary. It has been my pleasure to be with you today. It is my privilege to honor the matriarchs, and I invite you to consider the matriarchs in your life and give them some love, give them some sugar, come to it with passion, make it part of your purpose, and live in the poetics, enjoy the poetics of what all that is about. For now, until next time, this has been the Soulfyah Sanctuary. I am D-Empress, and live with passion, purpose, and poetics. Bless, bless, bless.